Hey, how's it going, everybody? Charlie Wilson here, aka Sinister Charlie. Welcome back. Hi, it's good to see you. Well, I mean, you can see me. I can't see you. Hey, so we've got we've got more Gigguk, with some anime that left you speechless #2. I guess that was the first one. I probably watched it. Watch everything, Gigguk. So yeah, I would say speechless. First time I saw Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, I guess. Berserk, that made me more angry than speechless when I saw 97 Berserk for the first time back in 2005. Silent Voice was very sad. It made me cry. I don't know if speechless is the right word for it. But I think this is, we got Fate. I've never seen the Fate series. But yeah, let's get into it, guys. Yeah, I've never seen that.
Anime moments in Google, and I swear you'll see the same 20 iconic scenes on every list. Goku goes Super Saiyan.
Sure.
Gear 5, Erwin's speech. These are all iconic moments that became iconic for a reason. But sometimes there are moments in anime that have stuck with me that might not exactly tick all the boxes for what people count as iconic. Scenes that I rarely see talked about, yet for one reason or another, I cannot forget. And about 2 years ago, I made a video talking about a collection of such scenes, but that was a longer video and I had so much more I wanted to still talk about. So here I am with another one. Are these necessarily the most iconic?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe even the most talked about scenes from their...
Forgot about Death Parade. Death Parade was really good. Yeah, Death Parade was really sad too. A lot of really sad ones. Yeah. Anyway.
Respective shows? No. Is this video just my excuse to talk about a bunch of anime I love but don't have enough to say to make a full video?
Sure.
Well, maybe, but just let me have this one, okay? Look, here's Songjin Woo. He has Aura. Ooh, Arise. There, I talked about solo leveling. Again, I'm obviously going to be spoiling
People
the
say
scenes
it's
I
good.
talk about, so I'll be sure to mention the exact show and episode before I talk about them. But you can also be a degenerate like me and decide to watch some shows based on some out-of-context scene you discover on YouTube Shorts. But this is going to be way better than that, I swear. You're not even going to need the Secret Grindset song in the background to watch them. So before we get to the first scene, I wanted to give a quick shout out to...
That was really crazy on that scene in Death Parade. That there's like a tie-in with Death Note, where Kira is, where Light is actually goes to purgatory or whatever this is.
Today's sponsor, ROG. Guys, do you count yourself as a true gamer but
Sure.
don't want to compromise while you're gaming on the go?
Of course not.
Well, ROG have got you covered with the release of their newest gaming
we sit through
tablet,
ads around
the
here.
ROG Flow Z13. Now I know what you're thinking. Gigguk, did I hear you right? A gaming tablet? Yes.
Huh?
You might be right, because this thing is an absolute beast. With its AMD Ryzen AI Max Plus 395 processor offering performance akin to a dedicated GPU, up to 128 gigabytes of RAM, and the ability to allocate up to 96 gigabytes of VRAM, it is the most powerful gaming tablet and the ultimate portable workstation.
Gaming tablet,
Its large 2.5K touchscreen with high refresh rate offers unparalleled detail and immersion, whether you're viewing the panel indoors or outdoors. And it's up to 10 hours of battery life, and it's just 13 inches. This baby is way more portable than most traditional laptops. Remember, boys, it's not always about the size. It's about how many frames you can get out of this baby. And look, you can even detach the keyboard if you're looking for more space. And the thing I'm most excited about, it's got every port that you could possibly need. It's got HDMI, 2 USB-Cs, a standard USB, a micro SD, and even a headphone jack. What is the world?
Headphone jack.
I'm genuinely excited to see headphone jacks again. The world is finally healing. I can honestly say that with the size and portability of this is about to become my new casual workstation.
That's pretty cool.
Everywhere. I did not think that you could fit this.
To be fair, Garnt, if they gave you one for free, I guess I would use it too. No offense, just saying.
Much power
just putting it out there.
So, what are you waiting for? Click
thanks.
that link in the description
I'm waiting
to
for
check
thanks.
out the ROG Flow Z13 today. Thank you very much to ROG for sponsoring us today. And with that said, back to the video.
5.
Anime flashbacks. Love them or hate them, you're going to see them. A lot of them. They come in all shapes and every genre of anime you can think of, and it is hard to just pick one to talk about. So I'm just going to pick one that left a lasting impression on me while capturing everything.
Is it Death Parade?
The ice skating scene.
Oh yeah.
Death Parade, episode 11. An elevator opens. Sorry. No! A lift opens and you emerge into a bar with another person. You have no memory of how you got there, what you were doing before, or where you are now. A well-dressed gentleman greets you and tells you, so, 2 dead people walk into a bar. Okay, and? What's the joke? You are then told you have to play a series of games with your life on the line. No Squid Game. And as you do, visions, memories slowly emerge, stopping you in your tracks as you begin to realize that you are dead. Everything you know is gone, and all these fun games you're playing will determine whether your soul is going to heaven or hell. And then it hits you. What is this? Some kind of death parade? Everybody, put your hands up.
It's a great opening, by the way.
That'll give you more existential dread than 5 minutes on the shitter with an out-of-battery phone. A show that truly put the die in Daijobu, where a bunch of smarmy bartenders get to decide whether your soul is worth going through eternal damnation because you can't hit a single triple 20 in darts.
What?
It's the game you'll be playing today.
No.
I'm already in hell, aren't I? Yep. But there's one person who seems like an anomaly for the entire series, who, unlike the rest of the staff, seems oddly human. She questions the whole process, brings doubt into every judgment, and pretty soon you figure out that she's not like the rest of them. But then the question lingers throughout. Who is she? Where did she come from?
Who that lady?
Where did she go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe?
Yeah.
The series holds and holds right up until episode 11, where it finally pulls the trigger, revealing her backstory in a manner that has stuck with me to this day. One scene, one track, no dialogue, just a single beautiful performance. The song starts and you think, my personal favorite genre of music. Emotional damage. Through this ice skating scene, we are told everything we would ever need to know. A story of a simple girl who fell in love with a sport, intertwined with a simply spellbinding performance. It's just beautiful. I think what I love about the scene is the symphony of conflicting emotions that come with it. The happiness, the melancholy, the fulfilling sense of emptiness, all working in tandem with this hauntingly beautiful track. Through 5 minutes, this one scene.
It is a really good
10
show.
Episode of Death Parade had done.
Yeah, it's only 10 episodes. You kind of wish it was longer or there was a second season, but then you kind of don't because you're like, oh no, it's fine where it ended. It's good.
Previously, without uttering a single word. And as you get more and more absorbed with her performance, you can't help but fight this feeling of dread. You know where she is. You know what this show is about. The dread lingers and lingers, building up to the climax of her performance, of her story, of her entire life, until eventually it all comes crashing down.
She got Nancy Kerrigan. Well, I didn't really go into the cutting part of it, where she gets sad and then does the thing that I can't say on YouTube.
This one's really going to split the age demographic of this video. Our childhood years are some of the most formative years of our lives, and there have been moments in anime that have formed a collective core memory for the generation of kids watching them. The pure shock as Pikachu cried while Ash turned into stone. The excitement seeing Yugi using Exodia against Kaiba. But the one scene that brings that wave of nostalgia while still fully holding up no matter how much older I get is Omnimon's transformation from Digimon the movie. How do I even...
I watched Digimon as a kid because it was on TV. It was great value Pokemon, but I mean, I never really saw the movies. They're good, from what I hear. But I never really got into it. I don't know any of the monsters. I don't know any of the characters. So, yeah.
Set the stage for this. The year is 2000.
It's been
1 week since you looked at me.
It's the turn of the millennium. People are freaking out over Y2K, and about 40% of you watching this right now have not even been born yet. Jesus Christ.
Good
The mainline
Lord.
TV series is over. The world has...
Good Lord.
has been saved and our
Get
protagonist's
older.
journey have come to an end. But then, out of nowhere, comes a sequel movie directed by Mamoru Hosoda, who would go on to become one of the most critically acclaimed directors anime has ever seen. Yeah, can you say that, Pokemon kids? I don't know why I'm still trying to fight this fight. We had no hope in hell.
Get over it. Okay.
This movie
Get
was
over
far
it.
too good for any kid to truly appreciate.
Oh my
And looking
God.
back, I swear it's the most
What the hell cartoon was that? Oh, that was on a lot back in the day. Oh my God. That was early Nickelodeon.
millennial coded shit anime has ever seen.
Get your game on. Go.
This
Play.
is a real scene in the movie. I am not joking.
He's tone deaf.
So here, when a brand new super evil villain appears, most of the OG team is busy, save for these four, and also Sora. But she didn't want to contribute, because being useful would be out of character for her.
Stupid tie.
Enter Dioboromon, a Digimon computer virus hybrid. Since McAfeemon and Nortonmon weren't installed and people didn't know any better than to open files in an email from a Nigerian prince, Dioboromon starts fucking everyone up. And I mean everyone. Nothing with an internet connection is safe. The phones are dead. He's launched some nukes and nobody can seemingly stop him. He destroys the two heroes' most powerful Digimon, leaving them closer to death than you'd ever seen as a kid. And to add insult to injury, he's made over 1 million copies of himself when our heroes could barely manage to make it out alive when there was just one of him. My brain could not comprehend how they were going to get out of this situation.
How are
There
they
was
gonna
no
do
hope.
it?
There were no more options. And that's when this happens.
Yeah, I'm sorry if this isn't very.
Combining? They're fucking combining!
This is not very nostalgic for me. So
They digivolve together to become
Look, I'm pretty sure there is something coded into every young boy's DNA to find the concept of two or more things combining to make even a
don't
bigger,
know.
more powerful thing the most exciting thing ever. So imagine how it was as a kid to see the two most iconic Digimon coming together to make an even cooler one whilst an epic orchestral version of the theme song plays in the background. Then right after, he parries 1 million attacks while ska music starts playing as Omnimon starts deleting all the enemies on screen while shouting the sickest attack names ever.
Transcendent Sword! Supreme Cannon!
I remember back then, a girl, an actual girl,
A
gave me
girl?
a completely unprompted, genuine compliment. And this shit was still my highlight of that year. This, right here, seeing the explosions fill up the screen, Omnimon cemented himself as being the coolest thing I'd ever seen. Finishing things off with the hypest attack battle cry in this entire movie, which somehow isn't Transcendent Sword or Supreme Cannon. It's fucking Izzy shouting,
You got mail!
okay.
Terminated.
if the cultural significance of that is
You
lost
got
on you, it's like
mail.
watching fucking Gojo gearing up for the killing blow, but then coldly saying some shit like "skibidi toilet" and somehow making that moment hit. Digimon the movie was an absolute fucking enigma for a kids movie. It was so
Oh
good.
yeah,
Mama-
this is the one that had all the really like crazy music. It had the I never had to knock on wood. I can't remember the band's name. Damn.
Hosoda
Superman?
would
I
need to
don't
remake it
remember.
again. Twice.
Hey, Summer Wars.
When we think anime action scenes, 90% of the time we think fights. Hand-to-hand combat, sword fighting, ridiculous anime superpowers where they give a fighter some, I don't know, corrosive breast milk they fire using hair shaped like hands to squeeze down on their chest.
Okay.
That's a real power.
What?
And yet the average Baki fan would call that normal. In terms of anime fights, there are too many examples to count of moments that have taken my breath
Hey,
away. But
Animatrix.
what we don't see too often in anime is getting down and dirty with some more gritty action. I'm talking John Wick, Die Hard, old school 80s action movies. And in that vein, no singular moment of action has sold me faster on a show than the Apache helicopter standoff from Black Lagoon,
Hey.
episode 2. Black Lagoon is an anime I don't
That Black Lagoon, I first saw it on, I think I had Time Warner Cable when I was in the Navy and I lived in California and I was living off base and it popped up on, this is before like you could have VODs and stuff. It had, the Anime Network had Anime on Demand. So that's how I saw like the first few episodes of Black Lagoon. I still remember that. Crazy times. You kids are lucky. You can watch anime whenever the fruit you want.
hear too many people talk about nowadays, and I realize that's because it is now as old to modern day anime coming out today as the original Dragon Ball is to when Black Lagoon first started airing. This was the no bullshit action show following the lives of modern day pirates.
Highly
in a
recommended.
place where the average resident wakes up to a city in tatters, having to spend every single day fighting for their lives because PvP is permanently turned on.
Ah, fucking fuck.
I think I know a bloke who lived there once.
Birmingham!
Birmingham.
If you like John Wick, well, imagine a world where there are dozens of them, except they are all crazy hot anime girls with enough screws loose to assemble a fucking IKEA dining table. And was absolute crack to my teenage brain. I'm pretty sure this show single-handedly ruined my taste in women before my prefrontal cortex had fully developed, and I have never recovered since. It's in your face, politically incorrect, pushing your sense of disbelief to its limits with enough explosions to finish off a Michael Bay Goonie sesh. If The Rule of Cool was a series, this was it, and it only took 2 episodes for one scene to let you know exactly what kind of ride you were about to get on. Let me set the scene. It's episode 2. Our crew is on the run from a bloody attack helicopter and they are pinned down inside of a mangrove. It's a dead end. They've got nowhere else to run. Armed with a simple ship
That's
with no
funnier than it
anti-air
should be.
capabilities and the
That's
prospect
good.
of having to go face to face with a helicopter with enough firepower to become part of NATO, things are looking dicey. That is, until the newest crew member comes up with a suggestion proving that somehow, in a city with mercenaries, gangsters,
This seems like a good anime that would be adapted, or should be adapted well to live action if they wanted to do it. But they'd still mess it up.
leaders, shotgun nuns, and a bloody man from Florida, no one is more insane
Hell yeah.
than a repressed Japanese salaryman with nothing to lose.
This boat's armaments and speed, that sunken ship we passed, I'm pretty sure we have everything we need. I say we go face
Hey, it's
to
Light
face with
Yagami.
these guys.
Are you retarded?
The boat sets off, and you start thinking, no, surely, they wouldn't, right? At this point, your posture changes from this to this.
You're about to get fucked, baby!
The anticipation continues to build.
Such a good
the
show.
adrenaline starts pumping as the boat gets closer and closer. You hear,
300 feet to go.
no way this is happening, nah, no way.
150.
Holy shit, they're doing it. They're actually fucking doing it.
100.
Is this really happening? And then...
That's pretty sick.
You got fucked.
And that is how to sell me on a show.
Did get fucked.
It's me, Austin! Oh, son of a bitch!
How do you introduce a villain? Well, anime has taught us that you have many options. Aura, dropping them in the moment you least expect it. Aura, having them solo an entire army of people by themselves. Aura, give them the most
Aura.
badass theme song you can think of. Aura. Oh, and how can I forget? Aura. But the one introduction I will never forget is Shogo Makishima's from Psycho Pass episode 11.
People have told me to watch this show before. It's apparently really good. I just never got around to it. It's older
Alright, so
too.
technically,
So
this isn't the first time we see him, but this is the first time we get to see what he's all about. And this scene alone catapults him into the Hall of Fame of greatest anime villains by completely breaking the world of Psycho Pass. This series is all about the Sybil system, a supercomputer that is able to analyze people's psychological aptitude that determines every major decision a person can do, where they go to school, what jobs they can get,
I just wanted to
and
make
that
sure that
includes
was
how
loud
likely
enough for
someone
you.
is to commit a crime in the form of their crime coefficient, which the police can conveniently measure using their specialized guns. A low score indicates a healthy, law-abiding individual where the gun will be locked, unable to shoot, while a high crime coefficient is what the average person feels when they forget they have a water bottle while walking past TSA. And depending on how high it is, this can unlock the gun from stun to lethal force. The important thing to note is that things can happen that can spontaneously increase someone's crime coefficient, like going through a traumatic event or hitting the go live button on Kick. Enter Shogo Makishima, an infamous criminal that seems to be the binding link across every case we've seen in the series thus far. And most recently, he sent the police on a wild goose chase by kidnapping the best friend of our main protagonist, Akane. That is, until Akane catches up to him, leading to this standoff. Okay. Pause. As soon as the scene started, you knew something was about to go down. You got the stakes. A psycho mass murderer carrying a shotgun with the best friend of a righteous cop who had put her trust into the system she represents, who is also armed, both within line of sight without being able to reach each other. This setup didn't have a Chekhov's gun. It was a full-on bloody firing squad. Because up till now, nothing had truly happened to Rattle Akane, but this time felt different. You're not sure what, but something is going to go wrong. And as you watch the scene unfold, it induces so much squeaky bum tension, my farts would have sounded like Mariah Carey hitting her highest kettle notes. The first alarm bells start ringing when Akane points the Dominator at him and horrifyingly finds out that Makishima is normal. Even while actively committing a crime, while torturing her friend, his mind is so inconceivably twisted that he sees himself as doing nothing wrong. And Sybil agrees. She physically cannot take the shot. This is when Makishima offers her an out. He throws her the old-fashioned shotgun and steps out into the open, taunting her to take a shot, ignore the system, and make the choice to kill. Murder someone herself, and at this point I'm thinking, okay, so he's like gonna bait her into shooting. She accidentally kills her friend, leaving her with a guilty conscience, messing up her psychopath, and then...
It's a terrible shot.
And that's the moment you get the sinking realization that what he wants to do is so much worse. What makes this scene truly terrifying is how it's able to portray the feeling of being completely helpless. As utterly desperate as Akane is to stop him, she's been conditioned to trust in a system that refuses to listen to her in her biggest time of need. And she can do nothing but witness the horror unfold in front of her eyes. Here is a character that can make you feel completely powerless, not because he has a high power level or he just beat up one of the strongest characters in the show, but by his sheer existence in this world. Akane continues to frantically point her gun at him, yet his crime coefficient keeps ticking down, lower and lower, almost as if it's a countdown to the inevitable. She pleads with him, her friend begs for her life, but there is absolutely nothing they can do. Ending things off with one of the most chilling things you can hear in this universe. And the only thing left is for Makishima to leave his mark as one of the greatest anime villains to ever grace our screens.
All right.
In short, Aura.
All right. Well,
Great
I guess I have to watch it now. Thanks a lot, Gigguk.
writing, insane plot twists, interesting characters, all noise distracting you from the one thing that truly matters. Vibes.
Yeah.
There are moments in anime that leave an imprint on me because, simply, the vibe was immaculate. A culmination of the aesthetic, the music, the mood, the atmosphere, all coming together to form an experience that sticks with you, even if you don't fully understand why. And no scene
Why?
encapsulates this more perfectly than the motorbike scene from Terror in Resonance.
Never
Episode
seen it.
4. Shinichiro Watanabe is no stranger
Oh,
to
wait.
vibes.
Watanabe.
Kids on the Slope has my favorite music performers of all time. Cowboy Bebop was
Yeah.
iconic in just about every single aspect. Samurai Champloo helped popularize an entire genre of music that is still a part of pop culture today. If there was a CEO of vibes, this man would be it. And yet I still think the unique atmosphere he crafted in Terror in Resonance
Never seen it.
remains unmatched. This series, in my opinion, has the best soundtrack in anime. Bar none. Every track is a chilling experience that pierces the soul. Icelandic songs that can soothe the flames of hell, and he puts it with an anime about blowing up buildings and setting the world on fire. Never before has destruction been so serene. Chaos so calming. It is goddamn beautiful. Was the writing perfect? No. Was it the cleanest execution in the world? No. But there are scenes in this anime that invoke feelings I have yet to experience again to this day, and maybe never will. The final climax, the Ferris wheel scene, and of course, this one. At this point, the main plotline of the episode has just been resolved. Our protagonists have sent the police into a frenzy by dropping a virtual bombshell on the world. No buildings are getting blown up today. The commotion is over. Everyone is given a brief moment to breathe. And then you hear this.
Someone tell me how I got here.
The song starts as the motorbike glides through the dazzling city lights. The girl, still fearful, gripping for her life, decides to open her eyes, and what she is greeted with is pure sensory poetry.
Spirits flying at the speed of light.
This right here, guys, is it. And I don't even know what it is. The fear, freedom, and beauty of life all captured within a single moment. When she tilts her head and shuts her eyes, what I would give to be at the place she is at for just a second. I think what makes this brief scene one of my favorite in anime is because it so perfectly encapsulates that moment. That moment you get sometimes in your life that feels so perfect, you wish you could capture it and make it last an eternity. When, for the first time in forever, everything feels like it's come together, the bullshit noise gets drowned out, every problem you think you have gets washed away, and for that brief period,
I had that feeling when I finally got sober. Well, I mean, like, you know, I still smoke weed, but when I quit drinking, like I had that moment of clarity. That's that one of those times that I'll probably never get to again. Just in mentally. Yeah, I know that feel. Good job, Gigguk.
everything seems to make sense.
I
You
know
have
that feel.
No fears, no worries. You are just in the best place you can possibly be at right now, and you know it. And right then and there, you think to yourself, fuck it. You know what? Everything's gonna be all right.
See, yo comprendo. Good job, Gigguk. Oh, is that it? All right. Good job, Garnt. Very good job. Pretty sure I saw this video. Anyway, there you go. Yeah, Psychopaths, I still haven't seen. I gotta get to that. I gotta get to a lot of older ones I haven't seen. Black Lagoon, I'd highly recommend if you're looking for something new to watch and you're tired of all the new stuff. Yeah, there you go. Death Parade too. If you haven't seen Death Parade, it's a quick one too. It's like 10 episodes, and it's based off of like Buddhism and Hinduism. A lot of the people in it, like the layers of not hell, but whatever it is, purgatory. I can't remember. But yeah, there you go. Thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. Please like and subscribe down below. Makes me feel good inside. Helps out the channel. Skibbity bibbity ribbity goop. Yeah. So thank you very much. And bye. I said bye.